Yo, what's up, guys? We're back here today. It's Monday morning. Sorry about the delay in vlogs, as I've been kind of waiting to get a couple odds and ends done and out of the way, like a couple headaches and stuff. But you know what? I kind of thought, well, maybe it's good content. So anyways, we're here at Nitro Autolab today. And well, I guess let me kind of catch you guys up to speed with a couple odds and ends that we have here. So here we have a 1969 Buick Special Deluxe sedan that we've had for way too long now, sadly. But we've had a couple of complications as far as like getting it to start up. And when we were letting it break in, we had about 16 minutes out of it, and it started dropping in oil pressure a little bit, so we shut her off. And we pulled the oil filter, and it was just real watery. Like the oil was just so thin. It was special break-in oil, so we're gonna go ahead and change that out with some other stuff, and hopefully let it break in a little more today, and then change the oil again. And let's see here, and probably tidy up a couple wires up here, and get her cleaned up, lower her down, pressure wash it, and hopefully go for a couple test drives and send her on her way by the end of the day. So it's been here for way too long, guys, so I'm hoping that this can leave and we have a happy customer. Another thing that I have been stressing over is this spray booth has been soaking up all of my free time. There's been zero free time for videos, because anytime I had a couple spare hours or even minutes, I've had to spend working on the spray booth. Now, the fire suppression system is installed. Now I'm going to kind of show you guys in another video a little more of a breakdown of the fire suppression system, but that was professionally installed a few weeks ago, and you can see the alarm hanging there. I have my electrician, a buddy of mine, that's kind of been helping me with the wiring on this, and he's done a really nice job so far, except for he's had some stuff going on, so unfortunately he hasn't been able to come back and finish up. So it was a functional spray booth, but now, as you can see, there are some wires and stuff hanging out, and basically what we got to do is these two micro switches, when the fire suppression system gets set off, actually shuts off power to the exhaust fan and power to the compressor motor, so it doesn't keep feeding the fire. Anyways, I'm gonna go through that in another video, but I'm hoping he shows up today to finish these connections and get the spray booth back and up and operating, so we can get our final inspections and actually get up and operating, doing paint and collision repair. So anyways, I'll do a better breakdown of the videos of this wiring and the fire suppression system as soon as it's all done. So I'm hoping I'm within about 10 to 14 days of inspection here, because it's getting kind of crazy. I actually got to, unfortunately, since this didn't get done in the last 2 weeks, I have to get a hold of the city and actually file for an extension on my permit, because you only get 180 days to complete your build and complete your project, at least with this tenant improvement permit. So that's what we are dealing with here. So this car here, every time we do something on it, we go 2 steps back. So actually, first of all, it started kind of losing power a little bit, and then it slowly got to the point where it wasn't making boost, and then I could kind of hear like an exhaust leak. So I looked down there with the little inspection mirror, and there's actually a bunch of soot. It's hard to see, but on my wastegate right there, the manifold actually cracked. So we're going to tear this apart once we can get it up on the lift, tear it apart, and actually re-weld up that manifold, and hopefully put a couple of things in there that we can actually make it a little bit stronger. So also, pulling in and out of the shop, my fuel pump started kind of making a high-pitched kind of whine, and I was like, you know, that's kind of weird. Maybe I'm out of gas. I threw gas in it, and it still was making a high pitch whine. So, and then as we looked at the fuel pressure gauge, it was only reading like 20 psi. So the fuel pump actually went pretty bad, and now it's to the point where if I even give it any gas at all, it falls right on its face and it dies. So I ordered a new Walbro 255 fuel pump to go in there. It should be here this week. So we'll probably start with the fuel pump, and then we'll probably tear this apart once we can get it on the lift. But we have a couple jobs first, so of course work kind of takes priority over some of the projects. But I don't want to give you guys too much information on the spray booth. It is basically all done. It just has literally, we're 2 connections away on those micro switches inside that pole box, away from being able to call the city and the fire marshal from getting an inspection. So as soon as that's all done, I'm gonna do 2 or 3 more videos on kind of the install update and the progress on the spray booth, because I kind of left you guys hanging with the exhaust fan install. And of course, now we got 20 feet of exhaust going out the roof. So more on that soon. So anyways, my electrician should be here today. Should be. If not, then I think we got to find some new guys. I already got to file for an extension on my permit. So this is costing me money every day it sits here like this. So, or I'm going to do it myself. I don't know, but I'm too busy. So, I got to get here at the crack of dawn just to do these videos. So anyways, the Del Sol, although it looks like crap right now because it was kind of stormy the other day, it has been freshly detailed and partially ceramic coated. I ran out of ceramic coating, so I was only able to get a real thin coat on it, but it turned out really good, so I'm not too worried about it. So we're gonna get this cleaned back up and probably in the storage container here in another 30 days or so. I think it's out of season right now. So this Integra is a friend of mine's. It's we already jammed it a while back. We did the door jams, Milano red. It's right-hand drive converted by him. ITR nose, K-swap. So we are very excited to finish this one up, but we can't do any work on this until this has been signed off by the city. So as of right now, this just sits here and it gathers dust. And this Buick is pretty much main priority today, although we just had another customer drop their van off, and we actually got to drop the motor on that and do like transmission pump seal and rear main seal and a whole bunch of stuff, catalytic converters, a whole bunch of stuff on that. So we actually have a motor drop with the subframe and everything here today that we're supposed to start on this morning, but we can't until this is done. So unfortunately, we are behind. This job is long overdue, and it's getting pretty ridiculous that it's even sitting here. So we did build this motor for this guy. So it's a Buick small block 350. We did started out that we were going to pull it apart and kind of re-gasket it and just reseal it and freshen it up, and it kind of turned into basically a high compression fully built motor. So there were complications on getting it started. At first we were kind of struggling with getting oil pressure when we were priming it in the beginning, and it turned out that the packing, the grease that they kind of pack them with to kind of pre-prime the pump was really thick and a little bit too much, because it was just clogging the whole system. We couldn't get oil pressure forever, and then we were struggling with battery problems, of course, so we hooked up the charger and jump packs, all that stuff. So we ended up doing charging up the battery, replacing the battery cables, replacing the battery terminals, and we put a high torque starter in. So that really helped crank this engine over, and we finally kind of cleared the pump out. We took it apart, changed the filter again because it was clogged, and we were able to get pretty good oil pressure. So we cranked her up and kind of worked with the timing a little bit, and she sounded awesome, guys. It's got a new exhaust, new headers, kind of dumps out right behind, right in front of the rear axle here. So we are excited to get that done and out of here. And in the time being, I don't think we're gonna do any more of that, not here. So this job has unfortunately become a real big headache, and we just need to get it done and get it out of here. So I don't mean to be negative about this job, but no more. So anyways, this is pretty much first on the list as soon as this is going, and I'm hoping within 14 days that this is inspected and ready to go and we can get this pumped through. So we're gonna do a full complete respray on this. Should be looking pretty good. We're gonna get this cleaned up and we're gonna get tucked back in storage. We may be turboing this here pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. And then the right-hand drive coupe inside the paint booth, we are going to replace the fuel pump, of course, weld up that manifold, and then we're gonna get the glass on that installed, and then do a little more street tuning, and I think we're gonna detail it up and we'll probably put it away in storage until spring. So we do have another project coming right in as soon as this is done, so I'm really excited for that. So that was just kind of like a little update, guys, on what's going on inside the shop today. Basically, main priority is I just hope to God that we can get this done and out of here, because it is getting a little ridiculous that it's still here. So, and then of course, getting the wiring done on this, you know. So if we can't get my electrician in here today to finish this, then we got to move to plan B, and if plan B doesn't work, then I got to do it myself, which is plan C. So if I'm working on this, then I'm not out here making money. So I don't like to do that. I did that a lot when we were putting it up, and things don't flow as good that way. So hopefully we can get the wiring done on that, guys. So you can check out my mechanic Red, his scooters here. We painted this with a purple base coat and then layered it in House of Color purple flakes. He's upgraded the motor, exhaust, tires, all that stuff. Just goes pretty fast. This one, he stretched the frame there a little bit, so he's working on that one. I don't really know much about these scooters, but he loves them. So anyways, maybe I'll try to get a couple updates on these things. This one looks pretty stock. I think it was pretty low mileage, so I think he's trying to get rid of that one. But anyways, guys, if you guys like any of these scooters, let me know in the comments, and we'll do some more build progress on those. But as of right now, that one's his main bike. He likes to cruise that one, and this one's kind of like a project bike that he's kind of doing a custom build on. So it doesn't look like much now, but by the time we run it through paint and stuff, it'll look pretty cool. And I just want to thank everybody for subscribing to the channel, and if you could like and comment on this video, that helps too. We're almost at 100 subscribers. Doesn't sound like much, but I know with all the videos I got coming and the content that I got coming, that that's going to skyrocket pretty quick. So like, comment, subscribe, I appreciate it, and we'll see how the day goes. Now, if you guys probably didn't know, but I actually run a U-Haul here too as well. So I think we got a couple dropped off here. So, and you can see I got some trailers and tow dollies and trucks. Look at that guy. What's up? Car trailers, little trailers, more trucks. I know this is kind of probably the boring part of the video, but it makes money, so that's the business we're in. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of room for these things, but I'm probably gonna put them upstairs since we have a bunch of storage upstairs. But for now, I'll just tuck them here and hope they get rented out in the next few days here. And I actually got to check these things in too. So when I get one, I got to record the mileage, the amount of fuel. I check it for any damage and stuff like that. I check it in our system. I put the key in the lockbox, the 24-hour drop box. Anyways, and then I park them, and then sometimes they get picked up after hours, the weekends, and you just get paid. So I always check for dead bodies. extra equipment that they might have rented, like moving blankets and dollies. And sometimes people will leave like a really bad mess. If it's bad, I'll sweep it out real quick. But it looks pretty good. They know they get charged if they don't clean it. So most of the time they clean it. It's very rare that somebody doesn't really clean it, but every once in a while they leave a mess, and if they do, then I get to clean it and I get to charge whatever I want. So if they even leave like a McDonald's bag in there, I can charge like 40 bucks and wipe down the interior and clean it. So it's their problem, not mine. All right guys, so we changed the oil, started her up. All right guys, UPS came, got a couple deliveries here. I'm getting ready to repair this Mercedes-Benz. So we just got a genuine Mercedes-Benz grill. It's painted to match the car already. It's a $450 grill, guys. And that's my price. My price is $450. Honestly, that's probably almost $1,000 grill, anybody else. Beautiful new emblem, already intact. Painted to match. Beautiful. So we'll make sure to wrap that up. Also just got the fuel pump earlier than I thought for the Turbo Civic. So we're gonna go ahead and get ready to change that out. I'm actually gonna go ahead and get some gas now. So grab the gas can. We're gonna go jump in the shop truck and get some fuel. So the shop truck's just a 99 Chevy Silverado. It's actually 2-tone right now, and I got it. It was totaled, so I threw a new bed on it. Other than that, I just drive it. So it's a great little truck to run and grab some parts or do a dump run or haul something. So anyways. All right guys, it's the end of the day. Snap-on's here. I'm gonna go grab the flags and close the gates. So, all right guys, I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.